Hi, my name is Bria White, and I'll be discussing the history of the suspension bridge as well as the process we utilized to build the suspension bridge. A suspension bridge is a type of bridge consisting of suspension cables between towers utilized to hold the deck. Early versions of this bridge, also known as the simple suspension bridge, were developed by Thongthong Gyalpo, a Tibetan bridge builder from the 15th century. His designs evolved from utilizing ropes made of twisted willows or yak skins to the more modern use of iron chains. This more up-to-date approach was introduced to America by James Finley in the 19th century. His suspension bridge design later became the first of its kind in Westmoreland County, Pennsylvania in 1801. His was the first of many suspension bridges that later began popping up across America.
Hello, I'm Danielle Stacey, and I'm talking about famous suspension bridges. One of the most well-known suspension bridges is the Golden Gate Bridge in San Francisco, California. It opened in 1937 and is 4,200 feet long and 6 lanes wide. Another famous suspension bridge is the Akashi Keikayo Bridge located in Kobe, Japan. It holds the record of longest span of a suspension bridge in the world. It opened in 1998 and stands at 12,831 feet long. Also, the Verrazano Narrows Bridge is another notable suspension bridge. Located in New York City, this bridge has 2 decks that were both fully completed in 1969 and stands at 13,700 feet long, the longest bridge in the United States. The Singma Bridge in Hong Kong is another noteworthy suspension bridge. It was constructed from 1992 to 1997 and is 7,086 feet long. It has 6 lanes for cars on the upper deck and 2 railroad tracks on the lower deck. Other notable suspension bridges include the Brooklyn Bridge in New York, the Tower Bridge in London, and the Osman Gazi Bridge in Turkey, and the Runying Bridge in China.
Hi, my name is Rafael Verre, and I will be talking about the successes and failures of suspension bridges. The Akashi Kayako Bridge, located in Japan, is considered one of the most successful suspension bridges. It's the longest suspension ever built, withstanding powerful tsunamis, 8.5 Richter scale earthquakes, and winds up to 286 kilometers per hour. However, this bridge owes its success to other historically innovative suspension landmarks. Throughout time, suspension bridges have developed to become longer, stronger, and more resistant. For example, the Menai Suspension Bridge, completed in the United Kingdom in 1826, was the first suspension bridge to replace rope with an iron chain, paving the way for modern-day bridges. The Niagara Falls Suspension Bridge, which opened in 1855, was the world's first working suspension bridge with a railroad on it. It was created with cables connecting the United States and Canada over the Niagara River Gorge. The infamous Brooklyn Bridge connects the island of Manhattan to the borough of Brooklyn, suspending over the East River. The bridge was constructed using a caisson to create tower supports underwater. A caisson is a watertight chamber that allows dry construction on the river/ocean bed. After more than a century, the Brooklyn Bridge remains standing. While there have been many successful suspension bridges throughout history, there have also been engineering failures as well. Nonetheless, these failures have led to safer suspension spans. The Tacoma Narrows Bridge is infamous for its collapse on November 7, 1940. The Tacoma Narrows, also known as Galloping Gertie, came down in a windstorm. The bridge furiously swayed over and plummeted into the Puget Sound between Gig Harbor and Tacoma, Washington. The bridge failed due to its low resistance to torsional flutter. Extreme winds caused the bridge to twist violently, ultimately leading to its destruction. A decade later, a newer and secure bridge opened on October 15, 1950, and is currently the 5th longest suspension bridge in the United States.
Hi, my name is Isabella Knight, and I'm going to tell you about the pros of suspension bridges. There are many advantages to suspension bridges, such as their low construction costs, their ability to reach long spans, easy maintenance, versatility, and aesthetic appearance. Since it is cheaper, this has advantages in situations where infrastructure funds are scarce. Suspension bridges are noted for their low maintenance requirements in addition to their low construction costs. Also, once the building is complete, there is no urgent need for additional materials such as cables. Daily maintenance is all that is necessary. Not only are suspension bridges less expensive to construct, but they can also be constructed almost anywhere as long as support towers and anchorages are available. They are also strong, giving them the ability to withstand the impact of earthquakes. Suspension bridges, in comparison to truss and beam bridges, are more aesthetically appealing due to their various forms. These bridges are structurally stunning due to their curved and linear features. This is in addition to the cables that protect these bridges, allowing them to be used in a variety of ways. With that said, there are also disadvantages to them.
Hi, my name is Andrew Dolbeck, and I'm going to be talking about the cons of suspension bridges. Suspension bridges have many upsides to their functionality, however, they do come with their own disadvantages. Some of them being the inability to support heavy concentrated weight, the fact that if one cable fails, the entire bridge will fail, and the fact that they have trouble staying sturdy when exposed to high winds. Suspension bridges are designed to carry a constant flow of traffic, which they can do very well. The issue arises when the weight of what the bridge is holding isn't properly distributed. Suspension bridges aren't built to hold a lot of weight in a condensed area. In 2011, the Kutai Kartanegara Bridge in Indonesia needed one of its cables to be repaired. While the workers were working on the cable itself failed and the bridge collapsed, killing 20 people and injuring hundreds more. Suspension bridges have a difficult time staying sturdy during high winds and can even vibrate even while cars are on top of it. Although suspension bridges have many disadvantages, they become less of a problem with new technology that is used to design these bridges. For example, suspension bridges in the modern day have almost no effect from any sorts of high winds. Also, procedures are put in place so the 2011 catastrophe in Indonesia can never happen again.
Sadly, we didn't have the yak skins or iron chains to replicate one of these original models, so we decided to follow a YouTube video provided by Mr. Emler. Like the video, we began by sketching out our bridge design to ensure we had a blueprint to follow as the project went on. This was important for us when we had questions about things such as specific dimensions. After sketching, we began drawing out the form board shapes that would hold our concrete as it dried. These parts include the towers, road, and support pieces. Following the drawing, cutting, and hot gluing of the form boards, we began pouring concrete. This step in the building process was tricky because we needed to make sure each form piece was completely filled with concrete in order to create the whole piece. We faced a minor setback when one of our support pieces was not completely filled with concrete and left a hole in its place. We fixed this, however, with help from Mr. Emler and, of course, more concrete. After all of our pieces were dry, we realized that the cable, or in this case the strings, had nothing to attach to. To fix this, we decided to create a wooden railing along the side of the road. This idea not only allowed us to attach our strings, but to create an even more realistic bridge. With little time left, we put all of our concrete pieces together, making minor modifications as we went, such as sanding the rugged edges. Lastly, we added our own personal touch to the project, with a body of water below the structure and lights at the top of the tower and around the base. The process was long and taxing, but thankfully our team was dedicated to completing the task.
shop my hand. Hombre, say yo. Hombre, tell you to run.
It's like a lens cleaner.
Hombre, say, hombre, well, pick me up with golden hand. Hombre, say yo. Hombre, tell you to run. Nobody say, nobody well, I would like to hold my little hand. How we will run with, how we will cry with. I would like to hold my little hand. How we will run with, how we will cry. Send me in my way, send me in my way, send me in my way, send me on my way, send me in my way, send me in my way. Send me on my way.
I can't see ever.
Thanks, baby. Let's do it. Well, damn, you look so good. Laying there wearing nothing but my t-shirt. Your body's a neighborhood. Wanna drive my lips all around it, 'cause I'm holding my breath under the wind. You're gonna wake up in my arms, head on my chest, our hearts beating. I can't wait to kiss you each morning. It's strawberry skies, 'cause I get so lost in your blueberry eyes. I'm running through my dreams too. See you in my life, 'cause I get so lost in your blueberry eyes. 내 그림자를 가둔 한 줄깃빛, 어둡기만 한 내 삶을 뒤집어 놓은 너. 나 어쩌면 아무것도 아닐지. 너를 만나기 전엔 그저 보잘것없던 나. 에이 보잘것없던 나. 그저 내 삶은 다 하루를 대충 때우기에 급급했었잖아. 우리의 낮, 우리의 밤, 그래 우리의 삶. UARBMY like 서로 채팅하는 법 서로의 다. With strawberry skies, 'cause I get so lost in your blueberry eyes.
Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe.
You're not even in the frame.
Talking about me.
He's like, thanks for watching.
Thanks for watching.
If you didn't like it,
This is
don't do
If you
anything.
didn't like it, then you're wrong.
You're not in the frame.
Doesn't matter. If you didn't like it, then you're wrong.